Hey everyone. So, come with another message as always. Hope everybody have an amazing day. So, I want y'all to know something in this journey that I am on. Do y'all think I don't get scared? Y'all just think like she just go up here and just say whatever, she don't care. This woman crazy. Like, yeah. Every day I'm gonna say it like this. Every day is a new day for me. Alright? Like I tell y'all, like I'm in the future. But I'm in the present at the same time. So I'm about to give you a gift. Even though I am who I am, and my spirit can do a lot of things, in order to create new, you have to try something new. In the mix of trying something new, it comes with a fear of if it's going to work or if it's not. I need y'all to know that. See, the only reason why I'm able to be at peace is because I understand what fear is. I understand fear is the fuel you need to be able to overcome the obstacles that's in your way. See, if you don't have fear, then why will you even try anything? Why will you discover anything? Do you think when, say for example, coming from one country to another country, right? On the boat. Let's go back in time. Y'all like history. So for ship, I'm going to put it like this. Let's use the Titanic. All right? Let's use the Titanic. Someone came up with an idea for this humongous ship to have all these people on it. Do you think that person really thought, hey, I can be able to get these people to the other side, to this country, right? Do you think that they allowed the fear of the ship sinking get in the way? Do you think they allowed the fear of the people that was on the ship to pass away? Do you think those things was in their mind? They saw a goal. They saw that I want to create the biggest ship in history and take as many people as I can from one country to another. Do you understand me? What if the person that created the Titanic never created the Titanic? Do you think we have other ships like that? It took someone to overcome their fear in order to be able to get to the next step. And even though spiritually, even though reality, I can't even say like that person didn't get the opportunity to see another day, but he gave so many other people the mind and thought process to talk about this story for someone else to be able to come up with an idea to be able to prevent it from happening again. So why are we walking around acting like no one can't be scared or something? But it's about how you represent yourself in a situation. It's about how you carry yourself in a situation. Y'all really think that I just get up here and just like, oh God, I got this, I walk with confidence every single day because I know the confidence in me that shines bright out here. It's a billion possibilities in the world. Every word that I say can create another dimension, another layer, another world. What I say can cause miracles. What I can say can cause disasters. What I can say can cause shortcomings, whatever. But it's up to whoever listening to it determine which one they want to follow suit on. It's like triggers. What's the point of a trigger? When I say triggers, it's like having a gun to your head, like Russian roulette. Am I going to sit here and allow this to scare me to the point I'm not going to speak? Or I'm going to take my chances and know that, hey, that next pull may not be a bullet. Maybe it'll be life. Or maybe that next bullet could be be death. But the thing about it, at least I took a chance on who? Myself. See, you got to believe in yourself in this process. So what I'm trying to get at is this. In this world, y'all created y'all idea what Jesus Christ supposed to look like. This saved, saint, sanctified person. I may be saved and I may be a saint, and I had to go through a lot of points to be sanctified. But if I walk on this earth acting like I don't have a life just like everyone else, then how can I tell a story? It's basically an open-end book. One page, nice, happy, peace, that's it. How do I know what peace is if I never knew what chaos was? How do I know what love is if I never experienced pain? How can I have joy, be joyful if I never understood sadness? How can I understand sadness if I never went through anger? How can I go through how can I go through happiness if I never understand anger? Or, vice versa. I had to go through all of these things. It's no different than my body. You understand? I had to look at what the standards of the world was and what the standards of my world was. If I didn't, only reason why if I ever allow the outside world to affect the inside world, because I didn't like the world that I was in. But once I learned the world I was in, it didn't matter what the standards of that world was. You understand? Let's go back to how we look at the solar system, the one that they gave y'all. In order for planets to orbit around, they need a certain frequency to orbit. Each planet is orbiting in a different frequency at a different pace in a different time. But even though planets got to deal with asteroids, now we just going based off the one that they created. But they got to deal with asteroids. So what made me different than your planet or their planet? So you telling me I'm not allowed to receive asteroids? I'm supposed to be this perfect person that ain't going to receive asteroids? Because I have so much positivity energy, guess what? That negative energy is going to attract to me because it's going to understand, how can you be so positive? Well, I'm so positive because I knew I used to be an asteroid too. Sitting back and putting my pain onto somebody else's planet because I didn't understand the planet that I came from. So in order for me to understand the planet I came from, I had to understand what put you in a position where you can orbit around without letting something bother you. Meaning, how was you able to orbit around this light without allowing the asteroids to affect your frequency, your light? We all asteroids out here in the world, orbiting around, going after someone's planet because we trying to figure out, how are they surviving? How is these planets surviving? And what happens is we throw out hate because we don't like ourselves, because we afraid. How many times you tell someone, you can't do this, you can't do that, you ain't gonna never be great, you ain't gonna never have this job, you ain't gonna never have no family, that music ain't nothing, that TV show ain't nothing, that you ain't a good actor, you ain't a good actress, you're not a good child, you're not a good teacher, you're not a good lawyer, you're not a good doctor, you understand? You're not a good parent. Asteroids. But we so busy throwing hate because we scared to look at the fears in our own life. Because guess what? The same way you're throwing an asteroid on those specific topics on somebody else's life, someone is throwing asteroids at you because maybe you know how to handle that one thing, but you don't know how to handle the other. But if we all stop throwing our fears off into other people and telling them, fix it, maybe we'll know how to line everything up the way we need to. Everything's a journey. Some days it's a good day, some days it's a bad day. I'm going to use my eyebrows as an example. Some days it's a good day, some days it's a bad day. But the thing about it, long I accept those things about myself, that's all that matters. So when those people that know how to level it out come around, I can either take the advice or I can love the flaws that I have. See, that's the problem. We look at it as a flaw, right? And what is a flaw? A fear of not being accepted for the flaws that you feel like you have. Remember those asteroids? What they do? When they hit a planet, what happens? You have holes. You have holes. And what happened to the holes? You got to be able to look at it. Ain't no different than having a yard. Pretty grass, green, leveled out everywhere. But then you go look at your next door neighbor yard and then you see they got holes and stuff where the grass ain't cut. And you looking at two different worlds on the same planet. See, one of them realized that, you know what, these asteroids coming at me, and they accept that these asteroids is who they are. So they don't care about keeping the maintenance up. They don't care about keeping the maintenance up. Because the hate, the fears of other people, the energy of the people destroy them so much that they don't even care about themselves anymore. But in the person that had that yard, they cut it and they maintain it. They got the flowers and gardens, everything right. It's because they ain't worrying about the asteroids that's coming by. They're not worrying about what anybody have to say because they too busy maintaining themselves. So, I'm about to tie 3 messages into one. I was going to do them separate. So, I'm going to say this. Why is it that a mirror tells the truth and a camera tells a lie? Because a mirror shows everything for what it is. Ask yourself, when you go in the mirror, you see yourself, right? Everything looks fine. Everything looks perfect. But then when you get to the camera, you start noticing the dents in your face. You start looking at all of these different things. But see, the thing is, the mirror doesn't show it because it accepts it for what it is. The camera shows the lies, the things that people want you to focus on. It's like my eyebrows. Do y'all know when I look in the mirror, they look fine? When I look in the mirror, they look perfectly fine. Okay, once in a while, I know I screwed up and I just said, what the hell? I don't care. But for the most part, I get it right. But as soon as I get on the camera changes it. Because the frequency in the cameras, the frequencies in the systems, it make you see what people want you to see. Ain't that why we use filters? Because we put the filters on because we don't want people to see our truth. The true beauty. The true love. The true essence of us. And because we don't want nobody to see the truth, we don't take care of the maintenance of that yard that we have. Because we so busy pretending that our grass is cut and clean that we don't realize that we putting all that hate back on somebody else. That's why you need to cover up. So when it comes to me in this journey, I'm really here to show the truth of how we all should be and operate. I ain't gotta follow my lead or anything. But the thing about it is, when they start talking about the people in the church, this is the truth. I'm everything. I tell you, I can be rated G all the way to rated N. Because I'm human. I'm human. Jesus, God is love. See, when you live off of love, everything else is already taken care of. One word can change the world. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.